A deluxe neighborhood theater. Motion Picture News. April 29th, 1927. An interesting and advanced theater employing the mezzanine arrangement, a plan which calls for a main floor and large mezzanine but no balcony, recently was introduced to the public of Chicago with the opening of the Piccadilly Theater at Hyde Park Boulevard and Blackstone Avenue in that city. The theater, built by Henry Schoenstatt and Sons and designed by C.W. and George L. Rapp, architects, has a seating capacity of 3,500 and is located in a 12-story apartment hotel operated by the same owners. The entrance to the Piccadilly is from Hyde Park Boulevard into a lobby, highly decorative in its general scheme. The lobby rises to a height of 40 feet and is surmounted by a huge dome of perforated plaster ornament and decorations. Marble columns support the dome. The floor of the lobby is done in an imported marble. Great length has been achieved in this lobby by extending it to the rear of the auditorium, embellished with a wall treatment of colorful detail featuring allegorical figures which depict theatrical art. A lighting arrangement of unusual scale and brilliancy adds to the attractiveness of this Hall of Jewels. The entrance from the lobby is to the grand foyer, tastefully furnished with tapestries, paintings, and works of art. The auditorium is rich in its decorative effects. The walls are lined with marble columns, which support domes in which lighting effects heighten the color of the scene presented to the patron upon entering the playhouse proper. The proscenium arch, surmounted by an overhanging canopy, has been designed to give the effect of a mammoth gateway. Large panels molded in oriental damask and draperies in silk and velvet are enclosed between the marble columns and the plaster detail of the auditorium walls. The main dome over the auditorium is floodlighted with soft tones of oriental glow. Paintings and art objects collected by the owners are a feature of the furnishings and decorations of the parlors, lounging rooms, and foyers of the Piccadilly. The accommodations provided patrons of the house about exhaust the list of conveniences and comforts thus far developed as features of the modern deluxe theaters. They extend to a finely equipped playroom, supervised by a trained matron, for children who accompany their parents to the theater. The playroom is decorated in a spirit that appeals to the child. It abounds in color and has wall decorations featuring animals and figures celebrated in the fairy tales. A nursery merry-go-round and other amusement devices for children are included in the furnishings of the room. In general design and decoration, the Piccadilly is a modern interpretation of the Oriental style of architecture, with richly ornamented ceilings done in plaster, finished in gilt and vivid colors, marble supporting columns, elaborate lighting fixtures in polychrome, and ornamented with crystal beads and wrought iron railings. Warmth is added to the scene of luxury and splendor thus achieved by the colorful drapes and rich carpets. In the equipment of the Piccadilly, the owners followed the policy of putting efficiency and patron comfort above everything else, and as a result, the theater is provided with the finest apparatus and equipment devices. Attractive and well-appointed dressing rooms have been arranged for the actors who appear in stage numbers presented in conjunction with the motion picture programs at the Piccadilly.